if you want to get this makeup look, you're in the right video. I hope that this makeup looks better on camera, because I'm pretty sure when I try to take pictures for a thumbnail, it's gonna look really weird. But this is my favorite makeup look. It's my makeup look that I pretty much do almost all the time. Sorry if I'm itching like this. I actually explained in the video why I'm itching. It's pretty much why I am no longer doing hair. And sorry if you hear a lot of noises from my dogs, because they are at my door like trying to get in. Not this door, this is my closet, and then this is all my junk in the background that I got from Amazon. I actually have a new Cricut machine, so I'm gonna do a whole bunch of videos on that, but I actually need a new cutting, I guess you could call it needle, or I forgot what it's called, but I actually need a new cutting tool, I guess is what they're called, to cut up some stuff, because right now I can't even cut up construction paper without it kind of being a little, how do you call it, the edges aren't clean. I'll see y'all in the next video, or in the next clip also, but yeah, enjoy this video. So I'm gonna try to make this video quick and everything, just because I know I hate waiting on so many beauty gurus and stuff doing their whole ordeal. I'm not really, I have this Morphe palette, which is new. I'm gonna use that and see if I can use it as a mirror or something. I don't know where to start with this video or what to say, because I don't want this just to be like a boring sit down video. I'm actually really trying to hurry, so I'm hoping this only takes about a couple of minutes. But I'm putting on my foundation right now. I'm putting the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse. If y'all don't like how this feels, maybe stay and or not skip over this part. See what I do to make it a little bit more wearable, because I hate this by itself. I don't like a lot of drugstore makeups by themselves, because it's almost like they're really oily. I actually had another allergic reaction, I guess you could say, but this one's been going on for a year. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I think I have a video about me having a staph infection, or at least I thought it was a staph infection. And now they're telling me it could be like some form of eczema or some kind of dermatologic something, dermatitis thing. But if you can see in my hands right here between, it started over here on this hand, and as you can see, this finger right here, my middle finger, it has some ointment on it. I don't think you can see it from the back that well, but it's just very red. It's very, I don't know if I can try to, very bumpy. If you look really close, like people with trypophobia, like there's not holes in my hand, but it's like little circles really close to each other, all filled with fluid. One day I was literally like taking a needle and popping all of them, but the doctor told me to stop that, because there's a reason why it's doing that. Because if it's something to do with the skin, it's trying to heal itself, and that's how your skin heals itself. It creates this fluid, and it pops, and it creates some kind of like liquid, and it's nasty, I know. Because of that, I had to slow down at the salon. They gave me a Celestone shot, and let me tell you, but when I take that Celestone shot, they said you're not supposed to take it because you have like a bunch of mental stuff. Or if you have anxiety and depression, it can make it 10 times worse, because I guess you're coming down from it, and it's kind of like a depressed feeling when you're coming down. It's like your Celestone makes you like really, really hyper, because it has like some form of meth in it or something, of what I was told. And yeah, when you come down from it, you're crashing, and so you kind of feel either depressed, really sluggish, sometimes you can feel nauseous, and yeah, so it actually makes all that, your mental health, very hard to kind of cope with everything. And while I was having, you know, while I was being all depressed and stuff, I was literally like thinking about a lot. And Josh was like, you're thinking too much. It's just because you're coming down from that Celestone shot, like chill out. And I come to the realization, I can't do this. I can't do hair, because right now it itches really bad. Like if you see me like doing this, or like scratching it, or just like doing this, it itches so bad. So every time my hand breaks out, also my hand breaks out with staph, because when your hand, when you're itching and stuff, you end up scratching it with your fingers, and no matter how clean you are or what kind of person you are, staph is on everybody. Everybody has staph, and if you scratch yourself, like staph's underneath your fingernails, it's also like in other places that are like kind of gross. But it's normal for people to like get a scratch, and then like if they don't disinfect it, it comes into staph. So I don't know why I'm looking in here. I'm trying to look for my brushes, which I put them in this little jar. It's the one I use, this kind of fluffy brush. I need bigger and fluffier brushes, but I'm just making do what I have right now. And I dip it in the top part, which normally has a bunch of powder in it already. Then I go into the lid and I tap it. See, the lid's right here. It has this that I just tapped off. And then I kind of sometimes do that in the air just to make sure everything's off. And then I just pat it on my face. And this is air spun. And just do it to set everything. And I don't do translucent, or translucent can normally look very white, very powdery. I'm not trying to talk because I know my friend's gonna listen to this, and it was her wedding. And so she hired this makeup artist, and the makeup artist did her makeup, and it was okay. Like, there was no wow factor. Me, when somebody does my makeup, I want that wow factor. When she put on lashes, it was like she didn't put on eyeliner, and that drives me insane. I always feel like you have to have eyeliner if you do lashes, unless you're really good about getting lashes like on the lid really nicely without them poking out. I've seen 2 makeup artists now that the lashes poke out right in the inner corners, and it drives me insane. But I can't bash on people, because where's my clientele? Except for YouTube. So far, YouTube has been more successful than actual real life. So I like to, do my whole makeup routine on YouTube, because I feel like a lot of people appreciate it. They appreciate what it looks like and stuff. They appreciate the advice. There's stuff you can always share on YouTube. Makeup artist was using some translucent powder, or no, she didn't. She was doing an airbrush. I love the airbrush because it didn't feel like I was sticky or anything. It felt really nice, really smooth, really clean. The only problem I had was she didn't set it, and I think she says it sets itself, which a lot of people say that with a bunch of foundations. I feel like the Tarte Shape Tape sets itself, because I'll put the concealer on and the foundation and not have to put any kind of powder on it except for like contouring and stuff, which is next. I'm gonna contour with the Morphe palette. I like to use, I think it's Debutante, but I think I'm gonna use Donut just because it's a different lighting and I really want to see what it does in this lighting. But anyways, back to my story. She didn't set it with anything, so everybody kind of felt like they had to set it with some kind of powder. They get this one is translucent extra cover, but this one to me is not very translucent. It's very air spun. It's almost like it's already some kind of, it has like a pink tint to it. So there is coloration in the air spun. See, it's not white. Let me take this other one. This is the Lancome. Lancome, see, it looks whiter than this one. This one actually looks like it's close to a skin tone, and this one, the Lancome, is very white. And I feel like a lot of makeup artists, they try to use this on everybody, or they try to use too much translucent on people, and when you put a sponge and you pack it on with some translucent, sometimes it can look very white underneath the eyes. So when you take a picture, you just have this white spot right here, and I was trying not to argue. I know that I can't dictate everybody, and my husband, he would have been like, he's like, when you're at home, he's like, you don't have this problem of speaking up. He's like, but when you're like with a group of people, he's like, why don't you ever say anything? And I'm like, because I'm scared. It's my friend's wedding, for one. I don't want to say anything. You know, I haven't talked to her since then, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't mind. But there's just, I don't want to crush anybody, you know? Like, I feel like if somebody really feels passionate about something, they should do it. I also didn't want to cause problems in my friend's wedding, so I just kind of sat back. But did I agree with some things they were doing? No. The makeup artist that did the airbrush, she actually let everybody borrow her lipstick, and I think that's very nasty. And even though they're like, oh, we're all friends, we're all, you know, acquaintances, like we all know each other, my thing is, you don't know her clients, you don't know how she disinfects, like nobody even asked her. When I was talking about hair with her, because apparently she was licensed, or is licensed, and she does do hair, but when I was talking to her about formulations and stuff, it kind of went out the window. So she was either just new at what she was doing and stuff like that. I just try to, I don't want to ever like make somebody feel down. I don't want to ever put somebody down. So I try to just be nice and just sit back and let people do their thing, because no matter what, that's all you can do. You can never, you know, that's bullying if you try to change and put someone down. You should never do that. So, I'm gonna take Enemy, which that was probably way too much. And I'm just gonna kind of, let's do Debutante. I kind of like to put bronzer in the crease and then go down with it, only because that's what Kim Kardashian's makeup artist does. And ever since I've done it, I really liked it, only because it does add a nice transition, I guess you could say, instead of it just being, hold on, let me do the other side, that way y'all can see. After I look all busted and stuff, I like to take this, try to get like a sheer part or a sheer little thing on this, and then like to start it in the middle for one, just to get that defined line. And then I like to go from the outside in of the nose. See, that way you can keep that look. This side you can tell, this side you can't, but when the light hits this side, that bronzer is still underneath there. And I like to go from the outside in because it kind of brings the bronzer back, drags it back into the middle without it doing, without it widening in the nose. Because if you put it out, the bronzer is going to go out and it's going to widen the nose. So you want to keep it in. And then sometimes I'll even go back in here and kind of get the spots that kind of went down a little bit too much. That's how I do that. And I normally just keep the eyeshadow, or not the eyeshadow, the eyes like that, because when I put eyeshadow on, it just helps blend everything else in. I'm gonna put some lipstick on, that way you can see that I have lips. it looks like it's supposed to be Frenzy, but it's like Fire, N-Z-E. I thought Frenzy was like F-R-I-E something, N-Z, whatever. Now let's go into eyebrows. I like to do the eyebrows. Hold on. Forgot to do some blush. Let's do some blush. Or no. Now I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the Airspun. We're gonna do our sponge and the Airspun. And gotta see this. We're gonna go underneath the eyes. That way I can catch everything that falls. I really should have kept my other shirt on, but I wanted to look nice on camera and actually wear like a nice shirt. For y'all. And then I get really try to get that middle in the, what's it called? Down the nose. That way it kind of sets and highlights and stuff. Although every time I do this, I feel like it looks crooked. You know what I mean? Like it looks like it's going this way, and I swear it's straight. It's straight. It's just my nose on camera looks really weird. Okay. And I wish I could say like I have something fancy and stuff. Right now I just have the Jaclyn Hill palette. So yeah, we're gonna use the Jaclyn Hill palette. I don't know what look I'm gonna go for, but I always go for like a brown or a pink look. So we might actually do that. I always go in with this third one, which is Silk Cream. I always kind of brush it in there. And I pretty much go all over the lid. So I even go over the bronzer up in here, because this is just supposed to be like a skin tone, so it helps blend that contour slash bronzer, I guess you could say, and it makes it softer. So this side looks softer and natural. This side looks really harsh because the bronzer is just on there over the foundation. I've gotten in a good habit of letting the crease go up here. I get so scared. I don't want the eyeshadow to go all the way up here, but I've learned that that's okay. A lot of people like it when that part goes way up there, because it really brings out their eyes. A lot of people have hooded eyes, and once they put their eyes up, or once they get done from looking down, they look back up, it's like it disappears. So I've gotten to where I've tried to raise that crease up so that way people can see it. I also hate it when the brow bone is very empty and has nothing on it. It drives me insane. I think I'm going to take buns, and I sometimes now I'm gonna go in with the same one. So I tilted that brush up, now I'm gonna tilt it down. I think Jaclyn Hill does that a lot, where she'll tilt it up, but this time we're focusing down. So I'm gonna take buns, I'm focusing down on the eyes. I don't know if this kind of like defeats the purpose or what, but I feel like this brush really gets in the crease really nicely. So sometimes I'll take this brush like today, and I'm going to take Mocha. I'm gonna take Mocha. We're gonna dip in there and get right in this outer corner. We're gonna kind of V it to the lashes. Start from the outer corner to the lashes. You want to do like where in between where the outer corner is and your eyebrows. You want to take it right there, go in, and then right here above. But you want to try to keep it right in the crease. Okay, I had to fix this side, because this side, I don't know what it is about this side. I try to, when I'm doing my makeup, to look forward, especially at the mirror, because I tried to do this too much on this side, so I tend to focus a lot on this side because I'm right-handed, and then this side it's like, where to go? You know what I mean? So like this side, very nice. This side, it's like, what the heck? That's why I like doing makeup on other people, because one, I can never see myself or see what it looks like or how it's supposed to look like, because I'm not even. And you would think this side I would also do it. I don't know. We're gonna do underneath. One thing I like about Jaclyn Hill palette, or just a good powder in general, is you could put it underneath the eyes and it really not do anything, not fall out, just blend very nicely and softly. I'm taking Mocha and doing this. So yeah. And it looks creepy. And this is why I never really show clients, like, do you like how it's looking? Because when they see this, they're like, what? They're like, Black Swan, what? So, I guess we can do the eyebrows. I just like really do, I don't know. I always jump to doing makeup and stuff, and I always do eyebrows last. I don't know why. Ooh. One thing that like really bugs me though, when I was doing a wedding with another makeup artist, is always hearing every 3 seconds. Like they're conducting something or something. I always flick it or brush it against something. Like if I'm brushing it against something, it's kind of like cleaning it off. But I hate it when I hear. Drives me insane. I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow, and I got medium brown. I always get like a lighter brown because I don't want to get dark, even though right now my hair looks dark, but I think in the next video there's going to be a video of me doing my hair. That will show like what I did to my hair. I actually just put a really dark gray on there. It was starting to fade to a really orangey orange, and since I'm not at the salon anymore, I really had to do something, and I think I left it on a little too long, but it will wash out. I didn't use a permanent, I use a semi, so it's only gonna stay on for like a couple of washes, and then it's gonna come out and it's gonna be gray. Spoolies. So I take a blank mascara wand, and I'll kind of brush them up, kind of get that a little bit lighter. Go back in with my dip brow and just make the tail part thicker. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with some Tarte and clean. I like to put Stila on the lid. So I'll get Stila. Sometimes I just kind of like do this and use the applicator itself. I love the Stila glitter stuff because like my brother's boyfriend says it sets really fast, but to me it doesn't. You can actually like play with it for a while before it actually really sets. And this has changed my makeup look. I think this one's Stardust or Diamond Dust. And I love it because it just makes your eyes pop. I like to do it because it almost creates like a cut crease, if you know what I mean. Like it does a cut crease for you, so when you actually put it on there, it kind of really, you know. And I don't care if it's like a little bit above my crease, because I have hooded eyes and it covers it. That's what I mean by like hooded eyes. And I now will take sex kitten. Oh yeah, if you're using this and you're trying to get the ink down, make sure the lid's always on it, because I keep putting random splats everywhere, and it's because I flick it without the lid on, and people are probably like, duh, it's like an ink pen. I didn't know. Okay, on camera I guess it looks okay, but if you can see it, they're little nubs. They're little nubs. I'm trying so hard with this. I think I like the brush ones better, that are like the brush. That way you can actually like paint with it, if you know what I mean. You're not sitting there trying to like get this ink to come out. We're gonna try to fix it up and make them even pointier with some concealer and hope that works. Now, we're going to dust everything off. And we didn't really have a lot of fallout, which was great. I love it when you don't have fallout. Blush to just brighten up the face. Alright, now we're gonna do lashes. And I got my favorite lashes. I don't know, I think they're by Kiss. And they came in a box like this one. They're very wispy, or I think that's what they were called. They were called Wispies. So if anybody knows what, yeah, it says Kiss, and then that says Poise. So we're going to do that. And I use this black one, it has aloe in it. It's also by Kiss. It's a strip lash adhesive with aloe, and it's in the color black, and formaldehyde free, secure hold, and dermatologist tested. So yeah, that's what I do or use. And my tweezers, okay, yep, they're in here. I was hoping they were in there. Okay, so I've been kind of curling on my lashes only because it helps not have your natural lashes straight and the other ones curl up. But my natural lashes, I want to say they're always kind of curly. But we are just going to lightly, not harshly, but I just lightly kind of curl them. I don't ever squeeze this thing to where it's gonna like chop them off. You know what I mean? And I never put mascara on until after. So we're going to find that. Okay, tweezers. Where's my lashes? Can't find my lashes. I feel like they're probably gonna end up being stuck to something, which is weird because they're, oh, there they were. They were stuck to my phone before I first started filming. I was like, I'll just leave it there, but then I would be like looking at my phone the whole time. But yeah, I never cut my lashes off only because I just feel like they don't need, like they always fit my whole entire eye. Like I don't know how to explain it, but I always try to bend them enough to where like the ends are very like they're gonna stay down. And then we take this, oh, and this glue, it's not very latexy. It's almost very, it's like gel-like. Normally I set them a little bit too far and then I pull them in just because I can see it better, see how far it goes, and then put it in. So yeah. Okay, now this side is dry, so we're gonna go ahead and put mascara on that side. Supernova, I think. Yeah, Supernova, because it's almost like skin, like, I don't know how it's skin toned. It's like a nice pinky color, and it just goes really nice with my skin tone. I'm gonna put some highlight on the nose, just barely. That way it only affects the parts that I want it to. There we go. And then sometimes I'll go back in with my small brush that I use for blush. I guess big, but it's smaller compared to my other big brushes. And I'll actually take a lot and put it right here. That is it for the makeup part. The next part is to do hair. So yeah, you'll get to see how my hair really is. If you want a whole how I straighten this whole thing, watch the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped, and I hope this is a makeup look that you like. If you do like this makeup look, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like my videos in general, please subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you next time.